Hey everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going on to Bitcoin, because the CoinsKid crew. So for those people who've been on the channel for a very long time, you will be aware that I was calling for a big vertical in Bitcoin from September last year. The bottom of the mountain, basically, we've got 5 waves of death. We had the bump and run pattern, which I relayed to you, and I said I think there's a vertical in this chart. So again, I'm relaying to you, I think there's a vertical in a lot of these altcoin charts going forward, okay, because of the corrective wave that we put in after 5 waves up. It's no different to the 5 waves up that Bitcoin put it from November 2022 into April of 2023. We went flat in a correction, beautiful correction for Bitcoin at that point. The bottom of the C wave, the 5 waves of death, the bump and run pattern. It was a beautiful sweet spot for myself and the CoinsKid crew. And at that point, I'll relay to you, I expect a vertical in the Bitcoin chart, a wave 3, to break the all-time high, even make an all-time high before the halvening, and it did. And it was part of my confluence analysis that I did make a video at that time as well called the Blow Off Top 2024. It's in the video description. Please do check it out. It's in the video description right there. Go and check it out, have a look, see what you think. But so far so good, that is playing out like an absolute boss at the moment. So I'm looking for the invalidation of data and things like that. But at the moment, I think, as anticipated, and again, for those people who have been with the channel, that we know that I've been calling for a correction in crypto since early March because of the confluence, not just for Bitcoin and the 5 waves up, but equally Chainlink, Cardano, Ethereum, even XRP. Everyone was really bullish at 73 cents, but I said to you, I think we're coming in for a correction. It's a B wave bull trap high, basically, and it did. It come in for a correction. But again, these corrections are really difficult to pinpoint the bottom. So we need to see so much confluence, to say, okay, this is the bottom, this is the optimal entry point. Possibly it was last week, and I was relaying that opportunity to you with, the basically the top end of the DXY right there is confluence, and equally the S&P 500 right there bouncing off a 20-week EMA. So the bottom may be in, but obviously going forward I need to see more confidence. But either it's in now, or we have one last flush in altcoins. I think we've got a vertical right now. This is something I'm trying to relay to you, that I think just like at the bottom of the wave 2 correction last year for Bitcoin, this is where altcoins are potentially sitting right now. We've got a vertical, a big wave 3 within the the altcoin chart. So I did make a tweet the other day. I remember all the blood fear depression before Bitcoin took off in its big third impulsive wave, and there was a reply from a lady called Paula Rose, and she said, Tom, please watch this. Summer Financial Astrology is talking the same as you, and I think you will get a lot out of his YouTube. So basically, I'll show you a little clip from this video right now where this guy is into astrology. He's got a really good track record as well, by the way. He's basically made a prediction. I think a few months ago he made this prediction that we would see a big move up by July of this year, and that's the end game, and then get out. June, July, get the hell out of crypto, get the hell out of, everything, because he sees a big crash coming. So let me show you this little clip right now that it just basically adds confluence to my theory that I made last year and I've been looking at for many years, is basically above top by July this year. Let me show you.
Okay, and so I'm inspired to remind you, though, some of you might not know this, some of you do though, depending on how deep you are in, let's say, the crypto market in particular, and markets in general. September is traditionally what's called a bearish month for Bitcoin, for crypto, and for financial markets in general. I don't see this year being any different. In fact, what I will tell you, here's what I'll tell you. In this video, what I'll be doing in general, I will have exited a lot of my positions. I'm telling you what I'm doing, not what you should do. I will be exiting a lot of my positions before the end of June, and let's say more than half of them I'll be out before the end of July. It wouldn't be a bad idea, just thinking out loud. So this is the time period over the next couple of months, right? Some of you are going to see things like Dogecoin running, and you're going to feel like you're missing out. And there's going to be commercials sponsored by crypto. And then at the time, some of you finally muster the courage to finally enter the market. Boom. It's all going to be all over. It's a wrap. It's a stage of the game we're in. So some of the people are going to be like, we're so early, it's just getting started. No, it's the beginning of the end here. There's quite literally been a new trend of people taking out short-term loans just to pay for their rent and their bills for the next month. This is not by any means a trend that you would see in a thriving economy. The bull run is going to end this year.
So I did think that was too interesting not to share, to be honest with you. So please go over to the channel. The link's in the video description. Just say CoinsKid sent me. Take a look at his content and get involved. I'm not a massive fan of astrology, but I did find that really interesting, to be honest with you. Now, the only thing that astrology-wise that we follow on this particular channel is the moon phases, and we do really well with these moon phases. For example, here, this is part of the confluence in early March right there. As we were heading into this moon phase, I did say to you, I expect a dump off the dump moon. Basically, really simple. A lot of people saying, you idiot, you don't know what you're talking about, but look at that, boom, we've dumped. And at this exact point on the dump moon, I think it was literally the sort of day after that. I think it came on a Sunday or something, and the Monday the markets crashed. We've had the dump, and it's part of my analysis of the 5 waves of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we would have a dump, and we've done that. We've got this sort of flag pattern for Bitcoin at the moment. So again, within the price structure itself, if I show you right now, if we zoom out on the daily time frame, you can clearly see we've come up in a massive impulsive move, and what we're doing, we're flagging back. So this is not bearish market structure, this is bullish market structure. You've come up like this, you're flagging back like this. This can afford to have another up and down, 5 wave A, B, C, D, E corrective pattern, and then continue. So this at the moment is some kind of bull flag. Okay, if you take a look at this downtrend, we've got this big move to the downside. This is a bear flag, come back down, another bear flag, come back down. So we were looking at this, the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the optimal entry point, the 5 waves of death, the breakout, the back test, the all-time high in the big third wave. Okay, so it's at this point here, we've got another little flag, came back, made a new high, came back down in the bump and run pattern, beautiful level of support down there, optimal entry point, which I relayed to you at the time as well, and I said to you I expect a vertical in this chart. So I think that altcoins right now could be sitting at this sweet spot, basically a bump and run bottom reversal pattern, a C wave. At that point, the next wave is a third wave. This is why I do think that altcoins are the selection going forward. But obviously, as always, Bitcoin will front run, and we've looked at this theory before. Again, equally, there's another video in the video description right there called the alt season, when to expect it, and what we need to see in the Bitcoin chart and the Bitcoin dominance chart right there. So if we're consolidating a range, got this kind of little bull flag right now, and we break this resistance, and I think we've got a vertical in there, you blow off top, possibly into June and July right there, which would be absolutely amazing. So is there anything else? Well, there is. If we take a look at the Pi cycle BTC right now, you can clearly see we've rejected off this green line as anticipated when we was down here and everyone getting really, really bearish. I said to you, we're doing what we've done before, and at that point we should rally into the green line, go sideways in a range, and then break it. And once we take out this green line, this phase here, this is your blow off top, this is your vertical in the Bitcoin chart. Once it slows down, altcoins play catch up, and they're the big play basically. So at the moment we've come up, we're consolidating a range, looking for continuation. Very, very similar situation as we did here in this previous cycle. Consolidating a range, broke out, back test. This was the vertical in the Bitcoin chart, and this was your blow off top basically. So again, I'm looking for the print of the Pi cycle top up here to tell me on the data when to get out. So for those people that have been on the channel for a very long time, they will know that I've been calling for a 2-part bull run here. We've got a massive box inside of here. This cycle is doing everything it's done in a previous 2-part bull run in the beginning of Bitcoin. We had an impulsive move, corrective move, and impulsive move that created 2 Pi cycle tops within one cycle. And in this cycle, it's doing everything it did in the previous cycle. So let me show you that, okay? And for those people that are not familiar, I've gone through this so many times. It was in my blow off top theory right there. 1 part, 2 part. This was a huge impulsive move. Impulsive, corrective, impulsive, bear market. Now everything in this particular cycle, from this bear market bottom to the previous bull market top, this tagged the 1.618, add the correction, then the blow off top. Let me show you right now, and it's exactly what it's done in this cycle as well. So from the bottom to the top, the first impulsive move hit the 1618, ABC correction, blow off top into the 2.272 of that particular cycle. So within this cycle, it's just bigger and more drawn out from the previous bear market bottom all the way down there in 2018. We've got the previous bull market top, your bear market, your impulsive wave to the 1.618 on the dollar and the cent, your correction, and boom, you blow off top, looking at potential 200k Bitcoin. But if we print the Pi cycle top prior to that, that's where I'm going out, and I'll relay that message to you. Obviously the invalidation, I've shown you this in recent times, if we do something we've not done before, i.e. we break down, we lose the flag, we lose the orange line, then that's bearish, really bearish for Bitcoin in the short term. Okay, so in the standard update, stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. But at the moment we're coming up, we're consolidating a range, we've got the opposite of a bear flag, we've got a bull flag in a range basically. So I wish everyone most luck. Possible verticals in the altcoin charts going forward. Stay tuned, okay? Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care, everyone. Back to another update on Bitcoin. Bye bye.